Okay, good. That's on there. It's baloney, man. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Reject Rundown, man. Another episode of Let's Talk About It today. Not by myself, Mr. Old Man. Say what's up to the peeps.
Don't you drag them into this. Hey, everybody. Hello, everyone. If y'all are not aware, we're supposed to start earlier, but Mr. Uncontrollable on my timings didn't show up on time.
That's right.
Yeah.
I had to get the show together, man. I wrap things up, put things
But other
together.
than that,
Tomorrow,
we gotta say good morning. How's
good
everybody
morning.
doing? I'm old man RJ. Hey, man. My time is my time.
Yeah, I can
Hope
see
everyone's
that.
doing a good day. On a Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that I was looking for. Who I forgot my own line. Hi everybody, I'm Old Man RJ, the oldest player in the game, and he put everyone's game to shame. There we go.
I'm done with you, man. I'm done with you. All right, well, yeah, man. A lot of things to talk about, man. I didn't realize today was gonna be a crazy day today. Watching a lot of stuff through social media and through TMZ, man, doing a lot of reporting and stuff. So, that plus some other sports stuff. I think the way I look at today's show, it's gonna be a lot of sports, discussion. You know what I mean? Not necessarily like people who watch, like we're gonna analyze or anything like that, but a lot of these have to do with athletes. And the moral of the story of Let's Talk About is athletes stay out of trouble. Stay out of trouble. Like it don't make no sense. It doesn't make any sense right now. Most of the drama that we're going to be discussing, but at the end of the show, we got a little fun thing to discuss because after watching yesterday, WWE, we got a little. I didn't like what was going on there. And there's something about it I didn't like, and I know we didn't really chat it up during the show, but let's dive deep in a little bit. All right. All right, man. First thing, let's talk about it, man. Tank Davis drama continues. And I'm pretty sure this guy is going to be announcing another fight popping up soon because he's going to need some money. He's countersuing I don't know if it's his ex-girlfriend or if this is a lady that was at the party or whatever he was at and stuff like that. But he's countersuing her, basically claiming that so the claim is he didn't hurt the accuser, but instead being shaken down by her, claiming the incident was all a part of elaborate fraud to separate him from his money. Tank filed the 20 plus $1 million counterclaim just this past, I think it's today or yesterday, arguing that the accuser cost him the massive payday when he lost his Jake Paul fight. Of course, remember that time where he lost that fight for Netflix, which then turned Jake Paul going over to Anthony Joshua, getting knocked out there. Well, or getting his jaw broken. And then obviously, which was canceled during that because of those allegations and stuff. So that's what he's saying. He's saying, I didn't do it. I have no wrong. I wasn't at fault. I didn't do anything that she's saying I did. It wasn't me, right? It wasn't me, basically. If you know that song. It wasn't him, supposedly. But TMZ dropped the whole video of the altercation from start and, in essence, to finish. The video shows that the ladies in the room, they're arguing. You can tell everyone's bickering. Tank comes out of nowhere out of the hallway, grabs her by the back of her neck, like as if, you're trying to control somebody, grabbing her and escorting her down the hallway, down the stairs, all the way down the stairs, down another hallway, into the parking lot, and then just let her do her thing. Basically, just in a sense, just stop bothering with her. And then he walks away with whoever was walking behind him, and she goes about her business and doing some other stuff. But yet, he's saying he didn't do nothing. I don't know how, like, what is he, why? Like, what? Like, it don't, and I'm sorry. It's like as if, you remember back in the day, old man, when you're in class, I mean, this probably was way back in ancient times for you, but if you ever had an incident, with another student and you're in class and you're trying to pay attention to the teacher, but you see other students babbling about, saying some stuff, chit-chatting, The teacher then says, "Stop talking." The other person says, "I didn't do it. It wasn't me. I swear. I swear it wasn't me. I didn't say nothing. It wasn't me. You were just talking. Your lips was moving. But you're denying you were talking? You're saying you didn't say nothing? Like, that don't make no sense to me. Why do people do that, oh man? Why do they deny knowing what they did at fault? Why can't he just own up to it and says, "Yes, this happened. I did this. I shouldn't do that moving forward. I need to do something else and look for help." Why do people gotta deny knowing that they're on camera? Bro, you on camera. You know dang well you in the building, ain't nobody go sit there and not show the camera footage. You ain't. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. Any comments?
But the thing is, why counter sue? I'm thinking, why counter sue if you are in the wrong? So,
Right.
in my opinion, there might be more to the story that we're not aware of.
Could be.
You only had the only video they're showing. Remember,
Hmm.
the same thing happened with Anna and the guy from Reacher, who we only got one side of the video. We never, until he showed his actual video footage saying this is actually what happened.
Right.
And nowadays, man, it's easy to scam an artist, a celebrity, even a sports artist. It's easy to scam them because you could probably pay the person who owns the video footage at that hotel or wherever they were at and just
Yep.
say, "Hey, only release this footage. Don't release anything else."
Right.
Because think of it, Tank wouldn't go and counter sue somebody if he knew he was in the wrong. Or would you? Think about you. Like, let's say you were in this situation. Would you counter sue somebody knowing that you did the wrong thing? Or would you counter sue somebody knowing that they did something wrong to you and you're just trying to, fight back saying, "Hey, y'all didn't get the full story. That video
I think
tape is only showing a small thing."
I guess I would have put it this way. It is I guess my moral compass, right? So my moral compass would be like, admit you're at fault. I can tell that with probably your lawyers or whoever probably is gonna end up saying, it's gonna try to persuade me and say, don't do that, because if you do that, if you don't do that, then it makes you more look at fault, and you're just gonna be admitting fault, which then opens the door for many others to attack you. In the sense, you're gonna be vulnerable. But at the end of the day, it's that moral compass. It's like, if it's there on footage, I know I did do it. I have to admit it. I cannot not say I didn't do it. Like, it's hard for me to be like, all right, let me not admit to it, and let me just go about my business and pretend as I never did anything. The more you do that, the more you just have more chances of doing it for the future. You know what I mean? Like, you're just gonna end up keep doing it. Now, what you meant pertaining to, now back to that Alan Richardson situation, there could be something more to the story. You might be right. There could be more to the footage of what was going on. What if she was beating him up? What if she was throwing stuff at him? We don't know. We didn't see that part of the footage. We just saw the part where she was obviously arguing, yelling, screaming, or whatever case down the hallway. Then he comes out nowhere. Maybe. I don't know. It just,
you never know how far she took it before he kicked her out the way he did.
correct the mundo, which then in turn looked like as if they were there for a while. They were there for a long period of time. So yeah, there could be another part to the scenario where there might be some other things that could be happening, right? I would say it's just weird, man. It's just weird, and I don't know. It's I know he's going to be looking for a fight. So right now I'm very going to be keen to seeing and witnessing very shortly is that, who's he going to fight? What fighter do you think is going to take this fight with him and not let this be part of the narrative?
After getting his jaw broken, I'm pretty sure Tank is not going to fight Jake Paul because I don't think Jake Paul wants anything to do with Tank after getting beaten up by a little Tank.
More than likely not. You're right. More than likely not. I doubt that's going to happen. I would say I think the other fighter he can probably go out there that would hold some weight to would be probably be a rematch against Ryan, which I doubt Ryan would do something like that for him too. Then you got Tiafimo, which Tiafimo might do that only because his last loss, if I'm not mistaken. Who else you got? You got Shakur, which I don't think Shakur
Um,
would take that since I think they're friends, if I'm not mistaken.
Pitbull Cruz.
Pitbull Cruz, the rematch against him, he might take that one just to give him some millions in his pocket. You know what I mean? Like that could be something.
Mhm.
It just be interesting to say the least. Who would be that fighter that says yes to fighting Tank, and then during media asking all these questions pertaining to this incident, and for another fighter, do I want to be associated to all that drama?
Well, yeah, I don't think any fighters care about being in drama. Though, as long as the money's in the pocket and the fights in the books, they're good. You know,
Yeah.
there's a lot of fighters who took fights with people who, with the other, other fighters who also had legal disputes in their time.
Yeah.
For instance, look at Tyson, who went to jail
Right.
for a while for what
Yep.
happened with him, and then look what he did afterwards. And he came back, and a lot of fighters wanted to fight Tyson again because
Hmm.
Tyson was and still is a huge name.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Very similar to that. You know, it's a very,
Hmm.
very similar situation. And if Tank does go away for some time for all this incident that happened, you know what I mean? Like that could be some similar type of story. But it's like
So,
the other thing is too, though, man, is it's more or less of as an athlete, it's just your surroundings, man. Like how many times do we have to go through a scenario where an athlete puts himself in a situation where he shouldn't have been? You know what I mean? Like why do you guys keep putting yourselves in these dumb situations? In my opinion.
well,
I'm
in
saying
my
it for my take.
opinion, they're only humans. I mean, imagine how many humans have done the same thing and even worse.
Yeah.
The only problem is that athletes are in the limelight of everybody's view,
And
so
people
they,
looking up to him. You know what I mean? Got a lot of people looking up to this
yeah.
guy. Other fighters who are trying to make it out of their situation, and they see Tank, and they're
But
like,
look
you know what,
out,
man? Go ahead.
but look outside of tank. Look outside of sports. You
Okay.
have celebrity actors, musicians who've done a lot of crazy shit in their time,
Yeah.
and we still, at this point, sometimes we still, give them our money. Oh, this guy, even though he beat this person up, hey, he's got a new song coming out. Let's go pay for a song.
Yeah.
This girl, she used to steal from people, but she's not an artist. Let's go help her out.
True.
And everybody, everyone's human. Everybody makes mistakes, but that's why I'm like, I can't really the whole situation with Tank. I want more to see because for him to say I'm going to counter sue means that there had to be more to the story than what we're getting.
Yeah. 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 There has to be like just that little part of the clip. It seems like there was a whole lot of other stuff that occurred. Definitely so. Because she came out of nowhere, just straight up, like the way it looked like is she came straight out just screaming at him from a session. But it seems like people were in and out of their rooms and just going back and forth. And it more or less of let's put it this way: what if he was controlling the situation? What if the scenario happened where he was trying to mediate this what was happening to keep everyone at a calm state and chill and be like we're gonna have some fun or whatever case to be. But if y'all not gonna act right, y'all gotta go. And if y'all not gonna do any of that, then I'm gonna eliminate myself out of the situation. That could be one.
And also the way he took her out, it's kind of like the way bodyguards take people out of clubs and stuff like that.
Exactly. And
He
that's the other thing
didn't hit
too.
her.
Right.
Yeah,
Just for like escorted her out of the building, like saying, you gotta go. You can't be here. You gotta go. The crazy thing though,
imagine if
you know
he
what she's doing
if
though
he
with that?
yeah.
She's basically saying she's what she's accusing in that is let me read it here. Prosecutors immediate domestic incident. Okay. Reduces. Oh, facing felony kidnapping charge. So
And
off because of that, she's going after and she's stating it's a kidnapping. You were let go.
how? All he did was he took her out of his building where he's at and took her into the parking lot and said, "Get out of here."
Right. Said go. That's it. I don't know.
You
That
know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of what happened in Johnson Majors, where the girl he was with
mm-hmm.
accused him of doing all these things, and we found out it was a lie. And look at what happened to him in Disney and all this stuff.
Right. Right.
That's the thing. It's a lot. We're allowing a lot of people to go out and try to how do I put it? Defame
Yeah.
these celebrities, these
True.
athletes.
True.
So that's my point. Is it's something you need to know more of the story because here's Tank who can probably be losing his license and boxing and all this stuff all because of someone who pretty much tried to accuse him of doing something he really didn't do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the
No, that's
worst part is you got a guy like Ezra Miller who still has work after all the crazy shit he did.
mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
remember, Ezra Miller, look at all the stuff he did before he did the Flash, and they still kept him as the Flash.
Stupidity for that. I swear. And this guy's like that's another thing too. I should look up what the hell is happening with this guy. Where is he at? He's been under the radar, not being present. We don't hear any news pertaining to what's going on in the courtroom with this guy. If they drop the charges, if he's still facing charges, if is he under investigation still? Is he on house arrest? Like I don't hear nothing what's going on
We
with this guy.
should, you know what? We need a picture of him with a caption saying, where is he?"
Like works
on
where is
every
Carmen San
episode.
Diego type of deal,
Yeah, where's
or
Ezra
have
Miller
him
in every episode.
like in Where's Waldo type of deal. Where's Ezra Miller type of deal.
Yeah, it
Do
should be
that.
a common question in our episodes from now on. Where's Ezra
Yeah,
Miller?
that'd be funny. I don't know, but we'll see what happens more to the story. There, like you, old man said, there's more to the story. I'm sure we're gonna hear a lot more things popping off. It just, I'm sure though, after hearing all this, where the state is at now, more than likely this guy is gonna be announcing a fight. I'm just intrigued to see who would that fight be with, and what fighter is willing to take that fight off with him. That's what I want to see.
Me too. I actually want to see him get back in the ring.
Same. Now, next thing was, I guess that happened earlier today too, is McGregor announcing his return. He is announcing that he will be fighting at the UFC in July this year, and it seems Dana is back into play. So intrigued to say the least. But and the other thing is that they're possibly saying the next opponent could be Max Holloway. He could be going against that guy. But besides that, my question would be is like what do you really think he's gonna be fighting still?
Uh, well, if he's coming back, I guess he is. So what's he going to return to? Is he going to return to Octagon, or is he going to just become a commentator now?
True. True.
So I think he's going to fight. Uh, he probably, which I'm surprised he's coming back to fight because he's rich as hell, I believe.
Yeah.
Unless
He's
he
pretty
already
rich
wasted all
now.
that money. But he made a lot of money off of the Mayweather fight, and then he
Yeah.
opened up his own. I think he made his own tequila brand or something, or his own like liquor.
What's up, Jesse?
So Jesse, I don't know if Jesse would know if Conor McGregor had liquor or not. But yeah, that's why like
What we talking about today? Right now, currently the topic is McGregor returning. At this point, right now, I guess I asked the old man if it. Do you think it's a good idea? First off, do you think it's a good idea that he's returning? Secondly, is he for sure returning? I mean, speculation is that everyone's saying it's a positive positively on the good side that he will be returning. But I don't know. I have no idea.
It's up in the air. We're just gonna have to wait and see if July comes.
And my
But
thing
Max
is,
Holloway's not a bad fight.
I mean, yeah, him paired up with Max Holloway is not a bad fight at all. I think that would, if that's a scene that seems to be a good fight because both fighters will not really, I don't see them really taking it to the ground at all. I see them having an all out, attack boxing fight. Like the just says turn off the old lady's mic.
Ha ha ha! Shut up. Alright.
The one thing I was going to say was what was I going to say pertaining to that. But so the McGregor thing, the drama that I'm hearing right now is that there was a offer for Nate Diaz to fight Conor McGregor, a trilogy, the actual trilogy fight. Now Nate was on Theo Von's podcast and stated that no, I'm not going to be McGregor's return story type of fight. I'm not going to be that guy. Let him fight whoever he wants to fight, but I do want a trilogy fight with him. I do want to fight him again and kick his ass, according to Nate. But I'm not looking for that. I'm his return story. No. He's already battered and bruised. He's fighting on one good leg, according to Nate Diaz stating. But I will fight him someday, eventually. So I don't know.
I agree. Why fight him when he's coming back? It's like taking on when he's rusty. So everybody be like, there's like a lose lose situation. If you lose
Yeah.
to him, he just lost to Rusty McGregor.
Yep.
If you beat him, you just beat up Rusty McGregor.
True.
Right, Jesse?
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. But yeah, you're right about the whole thing when it comes to Max Holloway being in the next fight with him, or at least be in that next fight, because it goes well. They're both going to be have a stand up. They're both going to box. They're both going to have. I believe they're going to put on a great show. They're going to have these type of fights for sure, and it's a good fight for Max, possibly being his last fight for the UFC, in a sense, and then just going out there and just brawling it out with this guy. I would be careful if I was McGregor, because it's not like as if Max Holloway lost his power to his punches at all. It just, I don't know. As soon as he points that hand right there in the middle of the freaking octagon, if I was McGregor, I would be very careful. He's not, McGregor's, first of all, is not that kind of a scrappy guy. He's the distance, keep you at a good distance and keep leading with the jab kind of fighter. So if he wants to sit there and try to box out Max Holloway, I don't know if that's going to help. I don't think that's going to do
I
very
wonder
well with the
if
guy.
when now that McGregor added like boxing skills to his plate, I wonder if that might come to help him out in the fight. Because McGregor did box.
True.
Even though he lasted like 6 rounds, but he still boxed for those 6 rounds.
Lasted 10 rounds. Was that 10?
I don't know. I thought it was 6. Was it 10?
No. Was
Okay,
it
guessed out real
6?
quick.
What?
Look it up. I think he only
Hold on,
lasted 6
man.
rounds. It
How
felt like 10
many
because the fight was boring as hell, but
rounds did McGregor win against Mayweather? Yeah, let's do that one. I like that answer. 103 rounds. Yeah. On the same scorecards being stopped via TKO in the 10th round. McGregor lasted 10th round. He was winning
I
that
must
fight.
have fell asleep for 4 rounds and only
Man,
watched 6.
you guys get on my nerves, man. McGregor was winning that fight. He was kicking some ass, man. He was whooping his ass. What did it say? Old lady would not have an incident. He a little beach. Just he's rage baiting you, man.
What the hell are you talking
Rage
about,
baiting
Jesse?
you. He's rage
Well, you
baiting
have
you,
an
bro.
incident. I
But
know.
yeah,
I'm actually
McGregor won,
controlled
man.
today.
McGregor was winning those fights. Okay. And I think that was a early. I plead the fifth, Jesse. I truly believe that was like a quick stoppage for the ref. I don't think that was necessary. Yeah, he looked gassed out.
I think because
Yeah,
he was getting off of he was walking away from the script at that time, you know? Like 10th
I,
round, okay, now it's time for me to come back and knock you out.
that's
Oh
some
no no no, you
bull,
look
man.
tired.
No, man, that was a bull. He had two more rounds to go. It was a 12-round fight. He had 2 rounds to go. And it's not like he was gassed out all the round. Like, yeah, the 10th round he got a couple of hits against him. But come on, man. There's no
Well,
way.
here's the
No
other
way.
part. He didn't even get knocked down at all.
Anything I say can and will be used against me. Fuck. So fuck no, I say no shit. Just I don't know. That I feel like that was a crazy fight though. But I guess it's good for UFC, which is probably why people are like, well, how come he's not returning for June? You know what I mean? Like June for the White House. And it's more likely because we don't know if McGregor's in return. We don't know officially. Like he's hyping us up again like he did, last few years, saying, I'm gonna return, I'm gonna fight and stuff. And then stuff happens and he's not involved. Like the 1 year where he partnered up with Bare Knuckle, like early in that year, he was saying I was gonna fight. I'm gonna fight in UFC. Then all of a sudden you become part owner. Like, dude, what the hell are you talking about? Like this whole dance around with UFC is going buck crazy. Like he's doing a lot of different moves. And I'm not knocking him for business wise for him doing his business. It's annoying. And I think me as a McGregor fan, that's what I get annoyed with. Like, come on. Like, if you're going to say you're going to fight, I want to see you in the octagon. I want to see you fight somebody. I want to see some of this stuff. I want to see a redemption in a sense pertaining to what happened after that Dustin fight, after you broke your ankle. Like, I want to see a redemption. I want to see you come back and do something. But it's not like I'm going to be, saying you're going to be the best again. Because, come on, man. I don't know. I don't think he'll be ever being back to title retention. I just think he's he's kind of like the Brock Lesnar of WWE. He comes in, he has a good main event, and then he goes out. I don't see him winning a title like Brock does, but I do see him just come in and highlight the crowd, have a nice little fight, and say, peace, I'll see you later.
They come back a few years later just to do the same thing.
Yeah. Let's see. These people that have none have it easy. They do petty time when they do the crime. Broke people have it the hardest, to be honest. Not gonna lie. He might be back where we were talking about Tank. You might be right about that.
Rewind. Yeah.
Yeah, could be.
Did he rewind it or did he like just fall back all of a sudden? What
That
happened,
might be
Jesse?
good.
We're on Connor, man.
Like if someone's like your ass for 20 years compared to when someone famous, that's just how the world works. Thank. Good point. Good point there. All right, let's get into the next. Promo guys. Don't forget Dynasty Barbershop. Scan your QR code and get your fresh haircut and look today. If not tonight, then tomorrow. Anytime during this week, of course. Get your fresh new look over there, Dynasty Barbershop with fellow Alex the Barber. Enjoy yourself. Also, to enjoy yourself and tune in to watch SG3, Windy City Savage himself, as they talk all about the drama, what's going on in the wrestling world, everybody. But also, too, looks like Windy City Savage is gaming now, live gaming. So tune in to watch him, use his 2K, W2K enjoyment over there. That seems like that'll be on his plate right now. But Roll It Up Podcast. If you enjoy chilling and smoking, sit back and relax and smoke up responsibly, people. Over there was Zach the Mac and special guests. New season coming soon and in the works at the moment now, but enjoy what we have done thus far. Also, too, WrestleTude, everybody on podcasts everywhere, especially on Spotify. Old Man RJ, my apologies. Sorry, old man. Loves to share his old man tales, but most importantly, enjoys talking about anything entertaining in the world. Right, old man?
Damn
Oh,
right.
yeah,
It's
that's
about
right.
time you remember there's an RJ after my name. It's not just old
Oh.
man, and it's old, not old. Old,
Oh,
like like an owl, but without the W. There you
old
go.
duh. I'm adding the duh
Old
because
man.
old duh. as well as Tune In Tom's Productions, man. If you think it, we ink it for all your printing and decorated needs. I had to get that fixed by Mr. Tom himself, talking to him earlier today. So we fixed that out a little bit for him. But it shows, let me tell you something, on Facebook as well as YouTube and any other podcast that you guys stream live every second and fourth Sunday at 8 p.m. Central. But also, too, could be new changes over there going on in the studio. It said there's going to be moving some things around. So stay tuned for that for sure. But fellow reject, man, over there, if you guys are in the Kansas City area, go to the Comedy Club, get your tickets today if you can. Doors open at 5 p.m. Showtime starts at 6. All right. Have some fun. Have some fun over there. Get some laughs, get some giggles, shoot the breeze, and have some fun with our fellow reject brother, Mark Bond himself, man. Looks like he's going to be hosting the show, I believe, or if not, be part of the show. But enjoy yourselves for sure. All right. Back to the show. Tiger. Another athlete who just don't know how to stay out of trouble. We were talking about his ass, what was it, the other day, last Friday. But looks like we're talking to him more because more dramas occurred, old man. This guy over here just don't know. It's just getting worse and worse with the situation. All right. So what we found out thus far, he's pleading not guilty. This guy is denying to hire a driver after we recommended him to hire a driver for all these incidents. Like, bro, it just tells us you behind the wheel do not mesh. They don't equal each other. You need to divide and get yourself a new driver. Like, you could do all. Never mind. I don't want to put it out that way, but you could do whatever you want to do in the backseat of the vehicle while the driver's driving and not be at risk. Right, old man?
Well, the question is, what can he be hiding that doesn't want to drive?
I don't know, but it seems like
And
so.
then,
According to the report, is that he stumbled through his sobriety test. He is reported to have 2 hydrocodone pills in his possession at the time, and it looks like he was trying to sway a bystander who witnessed the incident. But the bystander did state that he did come out of the vehicle through the passenger side while all this was happening afterwards. So what is up with this guy? Like, a top of the world, and again in this drama, his inner circle is did not like feel like he's in trouble. He may be seeking treatment again and maybe doing another treatment. It looks like after his plea to being not guilty. And just basically stating in the fact of what happened and what caused the crash wasn't because he was on something, was because he was fidgeting with his phone and distracted with something else. I don't know, man. Another person who not admitting. Yeah. He's stating he's stating the incident occurred because he was messing with his phone and he was doing something else that distracted him. I don't get
that even a different type of penalty against that? Because if you're on your phone while driving and you cause an accident like that, that's still, you're guilty for driving on the phone.
Yes, exactly.
I don't get that. I don't get the, like, that should still be like, you went from one bad excuse to another.
Yeah.
It's like, let me try to hide the fact that, I wasn't drinking. No, I wasn't doing this or that. I wasn't on drugs. But I was on my phone.
I was fidgeting. I was looking at Facebook. I was looking at TikTok. I was looking at Instagram. I was checking on YouTube.
I was watching a video of me on TikTok of me flipping my car over.
that right there would be hilarious. I was watching a video of one of my previous incidents that I had where I was driving and I flipped my car over and it hit somebody. Yeah, I was watching that incident. Like, what the hell? It's like the guy who was if I remember, who was watching Dog the Bounty Hunter, okay? Who was watching Dog the Bounty Hunter on TV, and yet Dog the Bounty Hunter was right behind him arresting him. While he was watching Dog the Bounty Hunter. Like, bro, that's me. Yeah, that's you, dummy. Like, you look behind you, man. You about to get caught, bro.
I remember Family Guy did a parody based on that because Family Guy, Peter is like sitting down at his home with his family, right? And Peter is like, they're watching cops, and Peter is like, Oh yeah. Right now they're about to go into this person's house and they're about to arrest the guy. They go in there, you tackle his ass down, and he's like, "Look, they're tackling him down right now."
It's crazy.
And they have him in handcuffs. He's like, "Yeah, he's going to jail."
Going to jail. I don't know what this guy, dude. I like if I was him, honestly, oh man, if I was this guy, same thing, man. Just give up your license. Give up your license, hire a driver. Like, come on. There's no way he's already out of money like that for him not to hire a driver who's willing to drive him around at a good rate while he still does. It's not like he has his
Well,
losses. Did he lose his endorsements for his Tiger Woods PGA thing?
I'm starting to think he might have lost a lot of stuff because I haven't before. Wasn't he one of the spokes? Well, like, wasn't he being endorsed by Subway? I remember he was doing
Yeah.
commercials for them
Mm-hmm.
because
Tiger.
I haven't seen him do commercials for a long time.
Let's see. Tiger Woods' net worth at the moment right now, 2020. This guy's worth estimated approximately at $1.3 billion. He is one of the few athletes to achieve billionaire status, and largely due to lucrative endorsement deals, most notably with Nike and his extensive career earnings on the PGA Tour rather than tournament winnings itself. As of June 25th, he's estimated at $1.3 billion. I
Tiger
don't
Woods
understand
had
it.
Nike shoes.
What like let's look. Is he having? Let's see. Is Tiger Woods having money issues today? Let's put it that way. Tiger Woods not having any personal financial issues and remains one of the wealth. Motherfucker ain't having no issues. No issues. No issues. None. Did Tiger lose any endorsements deals? Did Tiger? Let's look at that. Lose any endorsements? Lost several major endorsements following his 2009 scandal. His 27-year career partnership with Nike also ended in 2024. Oh wow! So his key sponsors were, and they dropped them, including Accenture, AT&T, Gatorade, and Gillette. Let's see. Terminated sponsorship site he was no longer anticipated representative. Dropped sponsorship in 2009. Did not renew his contract in 2010. That was Gillette. And then Nike separated from him in 2024. So despite these losses, Woods remained a top earning athlete with ongoing deals with companies like TaylorMade, Bridgestone, and Rolex. Is that he still has, looks like he still has sponsors with, and is still getting paid through them. So it's like, come on. What? Like, this guy's nuts. Yeah. Yeah. Would never drive under the influence. A lion would never drive under the influence. No, makes no sense. But a tiger would. That's a dad joke, man. Right, old man? That's the dad joke. He might have went on. Oh, look like old man needs to come back into the thing. This guy. But that's what I mean. Like it drives me. It's crazy. Like why? If this guy has all that somewhat side money, you know what I mean?
I
Like
think
all
I'm
that.
back. Yeah,
There you go. All right. So did you hear what I was talking about? How what endorsements he
about
still
the
has?
what was it? That joke. I didn't hear that part.
Oh, so it goes. A lion would never drive under the influence, but a tiger would.
You, he got that from 50 Cent. 50 Cent
Oh, that's
said that.
funny. That's good. So yeah. Did you hear about the endorsements he still has right now?
So does he still have Nike or not more?
No. Nike separated with Tiger in 2024. Right
Hmm.
now, his current endorsements he still has is TaylorMade, Bridgestone, and Rolex. He still has endorsements with. So it's like, it's not like he ain't lucrative. It's not like he ain't got no money on the side. So I'm very, and then
Yeah.
his own brand, his own Tiger brand. You know what I mean? Like he still has his own clothing line. So what about
But
that? Does
golfing.
we're not asking you, man, to sit there and, you know what I mean? Like get a private jet, get a helicopter where, yeah, that's X amount of billions of dollars. But bro, a driver, You can hire a driver to get you home. You could, hell, you ain't got to hire a driver. You can hire a goddamn Uber. So make that make sense to me, Tiger. Like, what? Why? Why do you want to get behind the wheel? Why do you want to do that and then still cause these dramas here, man? You're putting us at risk. You know what I mean? Like, I want to, if I'm gonna go in that same city that he's at, I don't want to drive. I don't want to drive. Why? I'm scared to run into this guy. I'm scared he's gonna be the next car over. And then talk about he hit me in the back, on the side or whatever, rear-ended me, and then be like, "Oh, that was me." Yeah, fool, that was you. Of course, you freaking crazy buffoon, man. You on that stuff, man. You need to get on
I'm
that
sorry,
stuff.
I can't tell it was me because I was busy looking at my phone and checking out social media,
Yeah.
watching the video of me hitting somebody from behind.
And you want to know what my excuse is, bro? I'm doing the same thing. I'm watching True Detective. I'm watching the new freaking Daredevil. I'm watching my new series. But you don't see me all willy nilly over here driving all crazy. Am I the only one driver that can watch TV and drive at the same time and just cruise? I ain't gotta be speeding. I can cruise. I literally have on my dashboard the phone holder so I can watch my shows. I have my shows as I'm driving. I don't listen to music. TV. Okay. Might be getting in trouble with the law, but listen, I keep within my lines. Keep within my lines. I drive speed limit and I enjoy the cruise and I enjoy a show watch. But you don't see me have an accident. Haven't never yet had an accident. Damn it. Knock on wood. Knock on wood.
Now, old man had an accident, but
That's
old man
juju on me.
wasn't the one that caused it. Remember that. Old man had an accident, but he wasn't the one that caused it. He was just part of the party because it was a pile up, and I was like, oh shit, let me join.
You're like, oh, this is bumper cars? Me.
I was like, oh shit, these bumper cars are not the same like the ones in the freaking amusement park. You know, these actually damaged my car.
That's crazy. And my thing is, old man, how the hell do you get your car to be sideways like that? How do you do that?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. You must, it's Tiger Woods, man. Look how good of a golf player he is. I mean, you don't think he could pull off something like that?
Oh my god! If I was at the golf location, I would definitely reinsure that Tiger does not get in a goat cart. You know what I mean? I would like that guy. Don't put him behind him, man. That's an accident waiting to happen. Don't do that.
Teach the
Better get
caddy how to
somebody.
drive, you know?
uh,
Even though caddy's young, just give him a permanent, permanent. Be like, here, drive. Make sure you get to, make sure you get this gentleman to his holes.
mm-hmm. I don't understand it. Oh man, I don't understand it. All right, let's get on to the next one. Oh, another UFC incident that happened sometime today, actually. Looks like John Jones decided to go to media after hearing about what was going on with Conor and says he was offered 15 million to fight Alex Pereira. 15 million, but denied it because he thought he deserves more. Now, I guess that would be my question, though, man. Do you feel 15 million was enough or should have been more?
The question is, how much do they want to offer Pereira?
Mm, good question. Would that be
And even
50
though
million
Pereira is
each?
the rising star, yeah, even though Pereira is the rising star, remember, John Bones Jones carried the heavyweight division and the division before that for a while.
Light heavyweight. Yep.
He never lost. So it's like, you're offering him such low money because you're trying to make a fight happen and you're pretty much telling one of your key stars, who, by the way, is still undefeated and actually
Mm-hmm.
goes and fights in the octagon, that, hey, you're not worth that no more. You're not worth that high money, but I still want to fight this guy.
Yeah, that's true. It'll be like, if it is it worth it? I mean, the other thing is I think this is what has always been an issue with John, and I think that's why UFC is not trying to back his play and entertain the situation that he's basically spewing out there, saying he didn't, they had discussions or talks. Which my thing with UFC, it's like, bro, I think UFC bullshit. They talked to him. They for sure talked to John Jones. They for sure wanted to see and test the water if he was going to be on the card. They for sure did. This whole thing about his arthritis hip or whatever case be, I don't believe in that. I feel like obviously that's just the excuse to give us. But there was a fight offered, and especially against Alex. And if it was because they're discussing about this whole if he's announcing that it was 15 million offered and then he deny it, like there's no way that it was that was the instant. Like the UFC was going to be like, all right, let's continue moving forward, or let's just move on. No, UFC was going to move on as soon as he said, I think we should deserve more, bro. Dana's like, nah, we're good. We don't want to. We're not going to do that. I can offer Alex this money, and then he can fight someone else instead. He'll say yes. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for the yes men. They're looking for the guys that'll say yes to them and not bark back and fight with them. So it's like, why? Why do that?
Well, the other question is, imagine, it's UFC. Of course, the UFC is not going to make a fighter in UFC is not going to make that much money compared to what a boxer would make.
Right.
But imagine how much money do boxers make going into even a fight that's not so anticipated.
Oh, this was going to be an anticipated fight for UFC, especially on the White House card. If John was really adamant for it, my mind is like, you already knew you were going to fight this guy. You've been barking and saying, I'd rather fight Alex Pereira instead of saying I'm going to fight Alex or Tom Aspinall. That's what you've been saying all this time. You would prefer to fight Alex. You felt he was your destiny moneymaker type of fight before you go off and retire in the sunset. So that's what all this situation is. It's like he wants to make the big payday so he can finally retire and go from there. It's the greed. I mean, is he worth more than 15 million?
I believe he is. I mean, ask yourself this. You're undefeated, okay? You beaten every dog that they put in front of you.
And UFC keeps announcing that. And UFC keeps promoting, especially Dana, keeps saying, you're undefeated. You're that guy. Go ahead, continue.
So now, if they're telling you you're undefeated, and you are undefeated, you haven't lost, you've beaten everybody you've beaten.
Yep.
And now they're trying to tell you, you now have to fight Alex Pereira, but hey, we're just going to give you 15 mil.
Right.
That's all. Nothing else.
Mm-hmm. I would be offended.
How would you? You would, wouldn't you?
Hell yeah. I'd be offended. I'd be pissed off. I'd be like, what the hell? Come on.
Knowing, and you could beat him. I believe in my mind, he could beat him.
I hate this. I hate where this is going, but I fucking agree with you, old man. And I agree with the fact that John could beat him. As much as
you know why? Because even though Alex Pereira has strength and he has all this power, he sucks at wrestling. Look, the guy who wrestled him.
Yes.
He out wrestled him, and Alex had not an answer to it.
Correct him on that.
Second,
that's why he lost that first fight.
Is fast as heck.
Yep.
You think he's gonna walk into Pearl's punches? No, Jones is gonna explore, and he's gonna actually show that Alex could be beat easily.
I want this clipped because I know SG3 is gonna mark this day. All right, and I'm only doing this, and maybe doing this because I know my man is down and out. He had a surgery. He's feeling somewhat okay, and I'm checking on him, make sure he's okay. I'm gonna maybe hype him up right now and get him excited for this, okay? But I ultimately agree with the fact that if John were to fight Alex, he would knock his block off. He has so much in his repertoire to literally beat the crap out of Alex. I know Alex has that power punch. And any fighter, you can sit there and say every fighter has that knockout power or has a one punch shot. Yes, he does. He truly does. But honestly, John is not no dummy. He will go in the fight. He has a fight routine already planned out because of how he did his training camp. and yet he'll execute it to the fullest. He'll go after Alex, get him in some type of guillotine like he did Gain, and then all of a sudden win the fight right there. You know, it's crazy. It is crazy that way, but I would have to agree with that. Alex has no shot. And at this point, it sucks because yes, I would love to see that fight, and I would love to see that one shot actually happen because I fucking don't like John Jones, but I don't see it ever happening. I
So,
just don't see it.
my question to you is, do you really think that they wouldn't offer John Bones Jones more money knowing that he could beat Alex Pereira, or are they offering him less so he could deny the fight, make him look weak and make him look scared that he doesn't want to fight Alex? But in reality, it's not that they don't. Alex, he's not afraid. He could beat him. Dana White and UFC don't want him to beat their new star. Why do you think they're only
Um,
offering him 15 million? Because they know he's gonna deny it. Look what
so
happened.
I agree. There's a part to that. I agree with you on that one. I agree the way it's kind of being the way you're explaining it. I would agree with the fact that they offered him a low ball for him to actually say no. I agree with that part. I think that's truly what really went down. They offered him the low ball, and they knew he was gonna end up saying no. So they're like, well, at least we tried, and I don't want to hear no anything else afterwards. We gave it a shot. He didn't say yes. Who cares? We'll move on to the next thing. But I truly believe they're trying to hold this off for him to fight Tom, because that's exactly what really, in essence, UFC wants to put on the card. UFC wants to put Tom versus Jones for the UFC heavyweight title. They want to see that. Dana's always been saying he wants to see that. Dana's never been a fan of Alex versus Jones. He's never been a fan of that. Ever since the media announced it or trying to tell him, other people were talking about in the podcast or whatever, he continues and stuck with that story that fight will not happen, that he just doesn't see the point of it. He does not. As much as people want to see it because they're hyped on Alex, they're hyped on Jones. But he wants Jones and Tom. He wants those two to go head to head for the heavyweight title. And then if Jones wants to walk away, perfectly fine. But that's the fight he wants to make. And if it
And the
wasn't,
fight that,
go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, no, yeah. Well, I think that fight between Pereira and Jones would have happened at the White House. But I think Jones wasn't happy about it.
Yeah,
I
it
think the
would have.
negotiating, because I believe the negotiations might have been going on for the White House.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Johns is probably on his side. He's saying, "Oh, they never reached out to me." But now I'm believing this 15 million offer was him saying they didn't reach out to me with the proper deal.
Right now, currently, I'm actually believing everything Jones is saying, which is I don't really believe this much. I really don't. I don't like the guy. I don't like him. But right now, currently, I'm believing everything that he says. I'm believing everything that comes out of his mouth and what he's talking about pertaining to the negotiations between him and UFC. He has reached his point of agitation because of the fact that he's been wanting it his way over the last, I don't know how many years. He's been wanting that way. Now, UFC's been in control of his career just because of the fact that he kept getting his ass into trouble. So there's a lot of things that he was kind of bound to do, right? Now that he's been on this goody two shoe tour for the last 10 years, I would say, yeah, maybe 10, maybe 5 to 8 years, 5 to 8 years. You know, his goody two shoe tour, it's hard for UFC to have something weighed on him. You know what I mean? To hold against him and say, well, we're dangling this situation that you did and you fucked up with. So we need you to say yes to this. But there is none of that no more because he's already done it. He's already fought what he needed to fight. He's already admitted his wrongs. That's already been out there. So right now it's like they offer this and he has the weight on his side, man. He has the advantage. He has the advantage to sit there and tell UFC, hell no, I don't want that. I want something else. So I honestly agree with what's going on with Jones's text messages and how he's kind of saying out there on X and all the social media and stuff. I believe it. I believe it, old man. I think he's telling the truth. which is crazy.
It is. That's why I believe it. I'm like you said, it's probably UFC wants Tom and Jones. Tom Jones. Yeah.
Tom Jones.
UFC wants Tom versus Jones. Because
Tom Jones.
I really don't think they want to have Tom Jones versus Pereira. As much
Mm-mm.
as a lot of fans might want to see it, I
Yeah,
honestly don't think that's a good fight for Pereira at all.
honestly, don't either. I don't. All right, oh man. Let's get on to the final thing of the day of let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, old man. Good and bad. Good or bad. Good and bad. Or just plain bad. Or just plain bad. What's going on with the UFC WrestleMania 42 card right now currently? So let me ask this question. This whole thing between Penta and all these other superstars here, that's for his Intercontinental title, correct?
Yeah,
That is a ladder match or no ladder
yeah,
match?
it's a
Oh,
ladder
that is a
match.
ladder match. Oh
Hmm.
shit. Okay, ladder match for the Intercontinental title. We got Rusev, Evans, Lee, and who's that? Who's that one? Oh, McDonough.
McDonough.
Oh, dude, if that happens, I can see McDonough. Damn, dude, that's gonna be a hard one. That's gonna be a good one. I'm liking
You
that
know what
one.
would be sadly if they put that on night one opener. Can you
Well,
imagine having to try to go behind that match the rest of the pay per view?
I would agree. Now, my thing would be is what is what right now? In the blue color, is that night one or is that night two?
Night two.
Okay, so night two would be those matches. Night one would be Randy and Cody. Obviously, it seems like what's going to end up happening.
Yeah, because CM Punk and Roman, they're your main focus. They're closing out the night.
All right,
Mania night two.
I can see that. That makes sense. Yep,
And
yep, yep,
Brock,
yep.
I don't think I've ever seen. I can't remember Brock ever fighting like a night one.
I don't think so either. I think he's always been a night two guy. Um.
Hmm.
Okay, so that makes sense. And then what's up with Zayn and Williams? That's for his U.S. title.
Yeah.
Good. I guess that's good. I like that. So, are all the titles being up for grabs in this pay per view
We
event?
got the only one I don't see is the men's tag team title.
Oh yeah, you're right. Is that the pre? Oh, actually, look it up.
But
Would that be the pre-show?
there's a rumor that there might be a match that hasn't been booked yet.
Okay.
That's gonna have the Usos, the
One,
Hardys,
two, three,
and
four.
the new tag team.
Well, right now, currently it's 6 and 6.
And remember, most biggest manias have been like 7 to 8 matches.
So okay, that makes sense. So there could be some matches that could be happening that just all of a sudden will come up as a pay-per-view shows, right? Like
Yeah,
they've
because
done
they
previously.
still
Okay,
haven't booked Io Sky, and it'll be weird to not have Io Sky on the card.
agreed.
And
And
from
it
my
looks.
opinion,
Go ahead.
huh?
Go ahead. Yeah,
In my thought, and probably what you're about to say is, it looks like it's gonna be Io versus Asuka.
could be. I agree with you on that one. But what I was going to ask is, have they stirred away from pre-shows?
Yeah, I don't think they've
Okay.
done pre-shows no more. I think they do those like panels now where they just
Yeah.
sit and talk for like a whole hour, and you gotta sit there and listen to them. Like, oh yeah, and here's what happened on Monday Night Raw. And this is what builds up this pay per
Hey,
view.
hey, man, don't diss those because technically that's kind of our job. We kind of talk about that before the show starts. You know what I mean? Announcing the wrestling stuff and saying what's up to it and what's going on. We do. Come on, man, it's our job right now. Chill out. I
Oh,
know,
true,
but I
true.
agree with you.
I'm sorry,
I know I agree with you in the sense
but
of like they took away the matches and put those panels instead, which in all honesty, I'm not mad at it. I do hope that they need to have more entertaining that comes with it. More emphasis to the oomph of excitement to the matches. Right there is where we need to see some small different promos to what could be happening for the matches. But I know for a fact each of these matches, if not the final two matches, the co-main event and the main event, I need to see promos before those matches start. Do you agree?
like in the good old days.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
back in the day, man, there used to be, remember WrestleMania 17 and so forth.
Yeah.
Well, once the Rumble happened, we already had commercial promos of the main event match. We haven't had that for a long time. We haven't had a
Yep.
commercial that'll hype you up for, like right now, we haven't had a Punk and Roman promo.
No,
commercial. No, and back in
not
the
that I've
day, that
seen.
used to be the thing. Like,
Yep.
hey, night two, Punk versus Roman. That's why I say WWE fell back because I bet you they were scrambling eggs and they just couldn't get the right recipe out for the damn. They were trying to make an omelet and they scrambled
Yep.
it up and turned it into scrambled eggs.
I can see that.
The problem is, dude, if they would have booked this by January, they would have had the world title already, and then when they had the Elimination Chamber match ready, you already would have had your two commercials ready for those two matches,
Okay, that makes sense.
and you would have build up the hype.
Yeah. No, I agree with you on that one. That makes sense. Now, so talk about this card. Let's go with this. The good. Let's start from the bottom and then we'll go up to the top. Okay, I want to go from there. So right now we got Rollins and Gunther. In my opinion, I think that's bad booking. That don't make no goddamn sense. I do not see the whole reasoning behind this Gunther versus Rollins. Gunther should be facing someone else, in my opinion. And in fact, it just baffles me that they want to do that, and knowing that you need to put Seth on it. Who cares if Seth isn't present? My opinion, but I don't think that thing that's bad booking. That was, if I'm not mistaken, right now currently with the matchups, that's probably my worst one that I can see that's on there. I feel like that match may be good, but I wasn't asking for it right now. What do you think?
I think they messed up Gunther's booking badly, dude. Gunther, like you said, he retired Goldberg. He retired John Cena. He retired AJ Styles. He should have gone and won either the Rumble or he should have won the Chamber.
Okay.
The storyline should have been Cody against Gunther because John Cena was a good friend of Cody's. AJ Styles was a good friend of Cody's.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares about Goldberg?
All
But
right.
still, this would have been Cody having to face the guy who's just destroyed the careers of two of his friends.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That builds it up. Sure.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, in my mind, it should not have been Orton against Cody. It should have been Gunther against Cody.
Wow. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that booking. That right there would actually be a good main event, especially for night one. I would like that main event. I really would. But that being said, so let's be honest. For that right there, I think Braun Breaker's injury affected how this was going to look, right? So do you feel with Braun Breaker being injured, who do you think was, with all that match of setups, who was he going to face against?
So
He would
probably,
technically
I
been
think
replacing
Braun would have
Roman,
taken
right?
Cody. No, because Roman already won the Rumble. Braun got injured after the Rumble. So I think Braun was supposed to go into the chamber and win it. And you would have Braun against Cody.
You would have Braun against Cody, okay, and then if Braun would have
Orton
been
against
against,
Gunther.
or okay, or then yeah, actually that makes sense, especially if he was on this
Because
retirement
then,
tour.
yeah, because then you would have Legend Killer against Career Killer.
There you go. Okay, that's what's up.
And
All
then
right.
you still would have Punk and Roman.
Okay.
Pretty much the card would have stayed flat where it's at. I think the only one that would have had probably you would not have Austin Theory, so you would have still had well, probably you did, but I still think that if Tsunami didn't get hurt, I forget his name. Bronson Reed.
Bronson
If
Reed.
he didn't get hurt,
Yeah.
I think he would have been in the picture with somebody big, like probably uh I would probably put him in the Intercontinental title.
Yeah, I think he would have been the replacement for Rusev. I think he would have been in the spot against where Rusev was. So then he would have been there and fighting for the IC title. And then you would have had Rollins, in a sense, maybe Rollins would have faced Braun
Oh,
Breaker for
oh
the leadership
yeah.
of the vision.
No, because if Braun was facing Cody, then I think it would have been Rollins against. Oh yeah, no, you're right. It would have been. maybe that is the picture.
Yeah,
It might
because
have been Rollins against Braun Breaker.
Rollins gets Braun Breaker. I think Rollins would have cost him, all those matches and all that hype up that he was having with CM Punk, and then his attention would have gone from CM Punk to Rollins, and then you would have had Rollins and Breaker, still Punk and Reigns, freaking Cody against Gunther, and then I think McIntyre would have fought someone else. I think those two, that matchup was kind of brought last minute. I really don't think those two were really at the end card there. I think something happened where they ended up being booked together in that way.
Probably could have had McIntyre against Orton.
Yeah, probably.
And then Jacob Fatu could have focused on Sami Zayn's title.
Yeah, something like that. But I like, okay, so we'll kind of go from there. We'll go next matchup, but that makes sense when it comes to Grunt. So at this point, you and I are both on the bad. That's a bad matchup right now.
Yeah, because in my opinion, there's no win out of it. All of it
Yeah,
is how
yeah,
I got some Undertaker matches where it's a last minute placement. I think
yeah,
that's what that is. It's like we
yeah,
need these two in a match. Well, let's just come together and that's it.
yeah. They want to wrestle. Their names make headlines in the sense, whatever case may be. They got fan backing. We'll just put them in something. That makes sense. So Zayn and Williams. Now, my opinion, I actually think this is a good one. Reason being is because I trust Sammy. I trust that he puts on a good match. Williams needs to go against a good veteran to actually continue his growth. And I think right now I don't see him ready for the mid card, nor not even the upper card. This is right where he needs to be. One of the first, second matches, first, second, or third. And then from there, for him to face against Sammy, it's like they're going to be speaking with each other on their spots where they need to be. Communication is going to be good. They're going to have solid in and out ring action. In ring is going to be entertaining. So I'm not mad at this match. I actually think this is a good one. Storytelling, mediocre, but I'm okay with it. It's not bad. It's not like it's the U.S. title. At least it's getting attention, but regardless, a solid match. I think this will be a solid match. I'm not gonna lie. I think this will be a B match, B to A match for sure. How the way they wrestle with each other, wrestle in general. So I'm cool with that match. I think it's a good one. What do you think?
It's hard to ever give a Sami Zayn like a F or a D or even a
Right.
C sometimes.
Correct. Yeah.
So I feel like this is a good booking right here. Sammy versus Trick Williams, especially because Trick Williams this is his first WrestleMania, I believe. So,
Yes. I think so too.
dude,
Yep.
I feel like this would be good for Trick.
Yeah.
It's his first Mania. John Cena's first Mania was also for the U.S. title. So, oh
Mm-hmm.
no, John Cena's was U.S. title. So it's not a bad deal. It's a good way to start. Go for the middle, go for the secondary title in the company
Yep.
and build, and see how you carry it.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So this
So
is the point where, yeah,
do you think Trick is gonna so the way you're saying it, Trick is gonna win? You think he's gonna win?
no, I think Sammy's gonna beat him,
Gotcha.
but carry the match,
Yeah.
and they're gonna see, how did you perform? Were the
Very good.
people
Testing.
behind you? And then it's like testing the water, putting your foot in the
Yeah.
water and see if you could the sink and swim thing. So
Yeah.
I feel like Trick is gonna do real good. If he does good, you can see Trick in holding the U.S. title soon, and then probably walking right into the world title picture.
Yeah, I agree. So the next matchup for sure is going to be the Fatal 4-Way female tag team matches,
But
right?
yeah, I feel
It's
like it is. It's
it, it's me the tag titles, and so it seems like to me that this is a bad one, and I'm sorry to put negative light on this, girls, because or women. My apologies, women. But yet it seems like this is just a give me to the Bella Twins. I'm putting bad on it. Your thought process, old man.
I agree with you. No, I can't do that. I can't just. I agree with you. That's it. Uh, I mean, Charlotte and Alexa Bliss is going to be fun to see them. I mean, they are good. Nia Jax has always been iffy. Bella Twins are probably going to botch some stuff. They're going to probably mess up a lot. But so I'm looking at probably Charlotte and Alexa are going to have to probably carry this match themselves.
Yeah.
And Last Legend is really good.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like this is a bad booking, but it's probably you need those matches that are supposed to like keep you down from hyping up too much and tiring you out.
Yeah.
So this will probably be that match that mellows you out for a minute.
I can see that. This, in all honesty, old man, this there's always a bathroom break title match in general. This is my bathroom break. I'm sorry. That's why I would put that there and say bad. And again, I don't want to disrespect, the performers. I don't want to disrespect the girls, the women. I really don't. But this is that. Okay. And this also too is because I'm not happy with the storyline that they're putting in Alexa Bliss. I think she deserves, as much as I don't really like her as a wrestler, she deserves better respect to do other things. She's a great solo performer when it comes to entertaining the crowd. So she would be better off not involved in this and involved in something when it comes to a solo, feud per se. Um, so
Hard thing
this is
Thunder would have been cool.
right. So there's that. Um, and then also too, I mean, again, the Bella Twins are a gimme. It's just a gimme because once you put them in there, it feels like they're going to take it because they want the titles before they run. Now, will they though, old man? Do you think so? Do you think they're going to give
Yeah.
it back to Alexa and Charlotte? I think they're going to give it to Alexa and Charlotte.
I'm thinking, but I honestly have a fear they might put the belt on the Bellas.
Okay,
They
sounds good.
can say, we had sisters that win the belts, the Bella Twins are legends, Hall of
Yeah.
Famers. So who knows? Uh, it'll
Okay.
be up in the air, but I'm leaning for the Bellas more than Alexa Bliss and my sleeper. We'll call it that, in this type of match. So
Yeah.
my choice is Bellas, but my sleeper winners are Alexa and Charlotte.
Okay. All right. I see you there. Now the next matchup would be Ripley, my girl, Rhea Ripley, versus
Both are
my
girls.
other girl, Jade Cargill. Now, I'm gonna let you go first on this one. I'll go second.
I think it's no man. This is like a iffy, like hot and cold situation where it's warm. It's lukewarm. It's not too hot. It's not too cold.
Okay.
It's not too bad. It's not too good. It's in the middle. I'll call that. What can we call a middle? It's just right.
Mm,
It's
okay.
okay. There we go. That's the word I'm thinking of. It's
Okay.
not good. It's not bad. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it okay? Rhea Ripley is gonna have probably some badass entrance. So is Jade. So you're looking at a really cool entrance attire
Facts.
for both of them.
Facts.
Rhea Ripley, even though she's tall, she can adjust herself to face Jade in her form. So
Okay.
Jade is probably gonna be the one controlling the fight, like doing the powerhouse moves to Rhea,
Mm-hmm.
and Rhea is gonna be the one selling herself in the fight just to make Jade look good.
Okay.
Um, so I feel like it's gonna it's gonna start slow, but it's gonna pick up pretty good.
Okay.
And Rhea Ripley's always had those type of matches, so I can't really say it's bad because I feel like we're looking at something that will just be okay to sit and watch.
Got
That's
it.
my opinion. It's just okay.
I think
What about you?
I would have to honestly, it's weirdly enough, but I would agree with you. I am gonna agree with you on most of your points here. It's going to have a hell of an entrance. They're both going to have one cool ass entrances. They for sure will start off slow, and then it's gonna pick up. All right. They this is gonna be. I don't really have seen him face against each other at all. I think this is gonna be the first time they go one on one, or at that too, like in the ring, communicating with each other. If I'm not mistaken. Oh man, can you prove me wrong? Would this be the first time in ring action together per se?
It's very crazy, but I think almost everybody on this card are first timers in one-on-one action.
Okay. Well,
Rollins
besides
and Dexter had no
speculation,
face
AJ,
each other. Yeah.
you know,
Besides those two, and Orton and Cody,
Cody.
I think they went one-on-one.
Yeah.
But if you look at it, and and Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu have faced each other 3 times.
Right.
But if you look at
So
the
yeah.
card, I don't remember Trick and him going. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think this is a first time.
Okay. And that's my thing. So it being the first, there's always going to be some issues. So I can foresee some miss-ups, but I also can see counter greatness to that. They're going to have a miss-up, but I know within them, Rhea's going to want to do better and help out. Now, my only concern is the communication within each other in order to put on a good show. Who's going to be the better powerhouse? I feel like Jade is going to be the abuser for the most part. Rhea taking most of the brunt of the beat up. All right. And then I feel like we're going to get that big, I'm going to win. I'm going to get that warrior instinct. And then all of a sudden, overcome this issue and then I win, in my opinion. I feel like Rhea's winning today or that night.
Well, let's save that for when we get closer to WrestleMania.
There you go. Yeah, okay. I'm cool with that. So, with that being said, I feel like that's gonna be that style of a match. Start slow, very entertaining in the middle. Finish gonna be really good. There's gonna be some miss-ups, but they're going to fix those miss-ups with better highlights, and then give us a hell of a show. So I'm cool with that one. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Very much so. So I feel like it's gonna be good.
It'll be crazy to see if Jade finds a way to counter the Riptide and turn it into her finisher.
Good. Yeah. Might be. She might do the little roll up and then go from there. But what I need to continue to see from Jade is just be the powerhouse, girl. Come on, man. Don't worry about doing all these fancy other moves. Just be the powerhouse. Be the Brock Lesnar of your division. All right? Be that. Be the power. Do suplexes, do power bombs, just throw them to the ropes. Be the bruiser. All right? Do that. You ain't got to sit there and do all these fancy moves or whatever case may be. Nah, man, just pick them up, body slam, throw them to the ropes, beat them up, do some punches, do some like freaking stomps. Do some of that. Attack the leg in general. You know what I mean? Like do stuff, do that. You do that, Jade, you're going to win the crowd. You're going to win the audience for sure when it comes to us out here watching you, and you're just going to elevate yourself better. Don't do all this extra fancy stuff. Don't try to pull out this, Kenny Omega, freaking Suede over there on that side. Don't worry about all that stuff. That's not your repertoire. Be a powerhouse girl. Attack, beat up Rhea. That's all you got to do. Definitely entertain. Get the crowd to keep booing you. Entertain in that way. Throw some freaking gestures to the crowd. Flick them off. Do some of that old school Italian, up yours, man. Do some of that stuff, whatever case would be. That'll definitely help you out for sure. So I'm cool. I'm good with that. I think that's what I want to see. Now we got Stephanie versus Morgan over here. Kara versus Morgan. Now, oh man, I'm gonna start this one real quick. This is gonna be not just a good. This is gonna be a great match. There are gonna be some mix-ups, but I also see some real life freaking fighting in some way, shape, or form. Like Nia Jax and Charlotte. I see an incident occurring between those two. Oh, my bad. Shouldn't have done that. Between those two. All right. I feel like that is gonna end up happening. All right. I feel like that's what's gonna happen. I feel like they're gonna really go at each other. Someone's gonna throw a punch, someone's gonna throw a real punch, and I feel like this is gonna be a great match. This is gonna be a great match, but I feel there's a lot of beef between these two. I can feel it. I don't know about you. What do you think?
I think they're just telling a good story. Look
Okay,
at Stephanie knows how to put on a good story and make herself look
facts.
like the way she talks and everything. She makes it
Hmm.
look like she really hates Liv, and Liv knows how to counterattack it because Liv has been in that type of story before herself. So this is gonna, like you said, it's gonna be a great match.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what Stephanie Ricard's entrance is gonna be like, or even Liv. I think they're gonna have a spectacular entrance too, or a tire also.
Yeah.
So I think this match is gonna be back and forth. Like you said, it's gonna look personal, and I believe that's how close they're gonna get. But yeah, I feel like this is one of those where you want to sit and you're gonna sit and watch.
Yeah,
Like
for
Liv
sure.
Morgan's theme song says, watch me. We're gonna watch her.
Yeah. Oh, I'm definitely gonna watch it. I'm definitely gonna tune in for that one. That's good. That's a must watch, in my opinion. That's a fact.
I will.
Now,
I'll be there, so I'll be watching.
fucking lucky ass man, you lucky. Uh,
Uh,
I hope you have a good time
yeah, I
though.
don't
Have a
have.
good time.
That's right.
Do do some small snippet recordings for me, man. Do some small snippet recordings, and then what's it called? Let me get some of those recordings real quick. I'll put a nice little video together for you and do like they used to do like in those vines where they're like 1 second clips and you just put them all together and then it's like a 15-second clip. Let's do something like that. Okay.
I'm gonna do like a small video, like here's Liv, and it's just like the entrance video. There you
Yeah.
go. Post that up there.
Yeah. Do something like that. You could try that one out. What else we got? The next one up is going to be uh Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. Now, with Dominic Mysterio and Finn Balor, that's gonna be good. This is gonna be a good match. Cool ass entrance. I anticipate a cool ass entrance, but this is gonna be a good match. What do you think, old man?
I don't think we're getting regular Finn Balor.
You think we're
I
gonna get the
mean, it's
demon?
Finn Balor right there, but yeah,
The return of the demon? Wow. Is it
I
he's
feel
a
like that's
demon
what we're
king,
gonna
right?
get, dude. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
Oh no,
Return of
he's
the
just the
Demon
demon,
King.
Finn Balor.
Yeah, just the demon, right? Return of the Demon, Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Let me type this in. Finn Balor, demon persona. No, they have a demon king. Well, let me put demon.
Oh damn. Okay.
Yeah, the demon king. Yep, he
Oh
is the
yeah,
demon
because
king.
yeah. So
Wow.
I
So
think
yeah, the return of the demon king. Old man, you think he's gonna have that entrance?
yeah, I feel like we're gonna get the Demon King back
Oh,
for
that's gonna be
WrestleMania,
good. Yeah, I can see
which
that.
is
That's
smart.
nice.
If I was
Yeah,
AE, that's the best time to do it. Is save it all the way for Mania. Make Mania be his kind of like his Undertaker thing, where he comes out as a Demon King for every Mania.
yeah, yeah. I'm cool
So
with that.
yeah, I feel like
I'm
this
not
would
mad at
be
that.
good. If he does the Demon King, it won't just be good; it'll be great.
Yeah,
If he's
sounds
just
good to me.
regular Finn Balor, then it'll be a good match.
Yeah. Either way, it's gonna be an entertaining match. I don't think there's gonna be any issues. This is gonna be bullet performance. I do anticipate Judgment Day coming out doing some weird stuff, whatever anticipation. But I would be very intrigued to see who will come out and help out Finn Balor. I feel like someone will be, and in my opinion, I think Damian Priest may end up coming out,
Or
or
Christian Demon Priest.
those two, or AJ Styles. Now he's retired, but it's not like as if he still signed a contract to continue with WWE. I feel like he gonna do this little some fun stuff over there. Just saying,
I
my
feel
opinion.
like, in my opinion, I think AJ Styles and Cena might get involved in the Gunther versus Rollins match.
Okay.
Because Cena is actually either he gets involved with it or Gunther and Cena are gonna clash at the end of night two.
Okay. Can
Because I
see
feel
that.
like some way somehow Cena's gonna close out night two, and he's not just gonna say, "All right, everybody, have a good night. Thank you for coming." I think he's gonna hit somebody with an attitude adjustment,
He
and it's
has
either
to.
gonna be the winner of that match
Yeah.
It's gonna either be Roman or CM Punk, or he's gonna hit Gunther with it at the end of the night.
Okay, I can see that for sure. All right, on to the next one. Becky Lynch and AJ Styles. AJ Styles. AJ
Yeah,
Lee.
AJ Styles. It's gonna be a mixed match, man
That's my
versus
bad.
woman. Of course,
My bad.
she is a man, so it'll
First
be
ever.
man versus man.
That's my bad. AJ Lee. My bad. My
I got
fault, AJ
AJ
Lee.
Styles. I'll even put money on that one.
Tony the Butcher. That's all it
Actually,
is.
no, never mind, never mind. I got Becky winning over AJ Styles.
Eh.
Knowing
So
AJ, he'll probably put her over.
now when it comes to AJ with Lee and Becky, I don't know, man. I'm not too keen on this. Oh man, I'm sorry. I feel like this is gonna be bad. I don't trust Becky. I really don't. And this, I feel like, yeah, they got a good little beef happening between amongst each other, but it's gonna be a bad match. I don't see anything good come out of it. So
It's because they
I'm gonna
did
have
it
to,
too soon.
yeah, yeah. And
Yeah,
that
and they
too,
made Super
Becky.
match. That should have.
It's
If
just
I was
Becky.
done with it, yeah. In my
No,
opinion, I think it was. Yeah, no, go ahead, go ahead. I'll give you that to you.
oh, what's it called? Yeah, my opinion. With my opinion with Becky, I feel like I don't know, man. Becky was just rushing back into WWE, and I don't feel like she has the passion in her no more. I don't feel like she's there mentally, and I don't feel like she's like wanting to do better to help out the rest of the crew. I really don't. I don't see it in
I
Becky.
think I don't think it's that. You know, what what's going on with her is that she's become such a mom, and not in the past. I'm not gonna. Like, what I'm saying is that her mind is more of being the mom at home.
Mm-hmm.
So when she's in the ring, I don't think she has that mentality that she used to have when she wasn't a mom.
That killer instinct.
Yeah, because I think she had another kid with Seth, I believe. I'm not sure. I think that's why she
Yeah.
took off. I think she has two now with him.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't. I think that's why she's not performing to her, to her not expectations, but to her uh, to her level.
Good.
Because remember, Becky's never been stiff in the ring before, and
No.
when she fought AJ Lee at the chamber, she was very stiff, but not like she wasn't selling anything AJ Lee did.
Right.
AJ Lee would punch her, and Becky barely like she barely felt the punch.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like there's something missing with Becky, and I actually feel sad that AJ Lee has to carry that fight.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna agree with you 110% on this one. I agree with you for sure. So
Well, it's
it
because
is
I
what it.
agree with you.
Yeah.
That's why you agree with me, because I agree with you that you're right. Becky is missing something, and I think it's
Some.
just her love or passion for being in the ring has gone.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like. I. I don't know. It's. I don't
You
want to
know,
put it out there. Like if it's a kid, like it's hard. You have a good point when it comes to ever since she became the mom, something changed, and I think that's where I would have to agree with. And we don't want to do that. We don't want to put that in a negative limelight, as is that's an issue pertaining to her being a superstar, but it it does affect the attitude. It does affect how you carry yourself. And I'm only saying that because as a parent, there's something in me that changed after I went forward with life. I know for a
no,
fact
no, you
compared to
still stay the small little jackass. I know. Yeah.
there's some traits in there. There's some little traits in there, and it comes
No,
out
I
here and
think
there.
everybody changes when they
Yeah,
become
agreed.
parent.
Right.
They develop a different, not a personality, but a different focus.
Yes. Yes.
You change your focus now because you're a dad, and even the way you treat each one of your kids is different because you had to treat
Right.
them like a third, even though you're equal with them, but you
Right.
level them the way you can.
Exactly.
I think that's what happened with Becky is that if you look at Becky, she hasn't had matches with like the likes of like Manuel Jax or Last Legend, and she hasn't
Hmm.
been in rough situations. She's been safe this year,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
she's been having safe matches ever since she came back. So that tells you she's more of like, I don't want to get hurt because I need to be home with my kid later on. I need to make sure my
I,
kid knows that mommy's there for her.
right. No, I agree
That's
with you
my
on that one.
opinion. I think,
Sure.
and I guess the other reason why they put AJ Lee and Becky against each other is because those are two of the like, AJ Lee was the best in her era, and Becky was the best of hers.
Hmm.
But the second
Okay.
thing is they're both um two of the safest girls in the industry.
Yeah. All right. I can see that. I agree with you on that one. Now, when it
I
comes
give this an
to
okay.
okay match, gotcha, right in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I give it a bad. I feel like this is gonna be a bad one, but I can see your point, and I can agree with what you're at, where you're stating it for sure.
And I think
No,
yours too. I agree with yours.
thanks.
It could be good or better or okay.
Yeah, something about this match just seems a little iffy. But I think we agree with you on that one. We agree together on that. Something about this match, there's a little weird asterisk there on this. There's sums off, sums up. Some ain't right. You know how you ever seen that little skit when it came to one of the Wayans brothers? I forget Sean Wayne, no, God, Damian Wayans on his show called My Wife and
Hated
Kids.
it. Oh,
And
okay. Now,
they're eating My Wife and Kids. There's a little skit. Watch it up. Damian Wayans, My Wife and Kids skit with all the kids eating a lasagna, right? And Betty, you remember Betty, the old lady from Golden Girls, and then all of a sudden she came out and she became like she was one of the
oh
last
yeah,
ones to survive, but she was doing a lot of different movies and stuff. She was on the Proposal and stuff like that, right?
yeah.
So in this scene, she's like a maid, like a housemaid. They hire her for a housemaid to clean up because both Damien and Gina are working and they need someone to help clean the house with the kids and all this good stuff. And she was putting in a lot of cool ass work, but her food was up the roof. Everyone's excited for it. So Gina, who what's it called, was feeling a little something about it. She decided to cook her lasagna, and then everyone's like, something's missing. Damien and the kids are like, something ain't right. Something ain't right. All up in here. Something ain't right. All up in here. And then all of a sudden, Betty tries in. She's like, you're right. Something's not right. All up in here. All up in here. And then she's like, you know what? Let me put my little something in it. So she goes in her little bra, little thing, puts out some fake little sprinkle. She puts it all over lasagna. Everyone retries the lasagna. And then like, oh yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And then she's like, Gina's like looking around like, oh, y'all bogus. Y'all messed up. And that's how this match is. Some ain't right. All up in the middle. All up in the middle. Something's just not right. That's all it
So
is.
they just got to toss in Chelsea Green, huh?
I was, old man. You mean sometimes me and you are right here. Me and you are right there because I was thinking the same thing. I was like, why the fuck does this match need to have a Chelsea Green in this match? I feel like Chelsea Green is missing. Like she's a big key missing. And I'm like looking at these matches and I'm like, where the fuck? Because she could be in anyone, but a match needs her the most. And this match needs her ass the most. I'm telling
Oh,
you,
and don't
man.
forget they haven't announced Julia's match yet.
Oh, what the
The
hell?
IC title for the woman.
See? So I'm ever,
Oh no, the
oh,
women's US title. Julia has
mm.
it, and I think it's going to be Tiffany against Julia at Mania. And remember, in the backstage, it's been Chelsea Green and Tiffany backstage a lot. So I think Chelsea's going to play into that match.
Or they could either hold that up for the SmackDown or the Raw. You know what I mean? Like they'll hold that up since WrestleMania is for that, Saturday, Sunday thing.
Yeah.
So they'll probably hold those matches or those incidents to happen after or before to give these. Well, I want to say before. I feel like before everyone's going to show up or one or two of these guys are going to show up in their matches. But after in Raw, they're going to need some fillers. So I feel like that's a good filler right there. Have that matchup be put in there. A filler with Chelsea and all of them they put in there too as well. So that makes sense. That does make sense. All right, next one up. IC title, Penta, Evans, Rusev, Lee, and McDonough. I think this will be a good match. It's a ladder
I
match,
call
like
it
you
great.
said. I will go. I'll agree with you on that one. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be a great match. These guys are gonna. I feel like right in the middle, all up in the middle, all up in there, they're gonna steal the show. I feel like they're gonna steal the show. That's gonna be a great match.
And
I
the
I,
fact
I really
that
do.
you have Evans in this match is one of the reasons why, because that dude's phenomenal, man.
Hell yeah, that boy. His agility to fly from one end of the ring to the other end of the ring, and then all just in general how he has this so. I feel like it's the Air Jordan is in a sense. Like he can be up in the air and just be there. Like it's so weird. He has so much time up in there to do whatever he wants to do, and it's weird. But I feel like
They
that's
should
it.
nickname Air Evans.
Air Evans. That sounds right. That does sound right. Not no La Bum Evans. Some Air Evans. You know what I mean? I agree with you on that.
Evans.
Not no La Bum
But
Evans,
look at
right?
the card. Look at the guys that are in it. I mean, Dragon Lee
Yeah,
is not somebody to sleep on. Penta definitely not somebody to sleep on, especially what we've seen him do in Lucha Underground, AEW, and WWE. He's bound to put on a good match right there with those guys. McDermott is crazy, and then Rusev. Well, you need a powerhouse, so Rusev is not going to disappoint when it comes to being a powerhouse in that match.
yeah, no, yeah, for sure. I'm cool with that. But that's gonna be a good match. That is definitely gonna be a good match.
Mhm.
All right, so great match actually, both ends. Now McIntyre and
Great match.
fucking Fatu. I think this is gonna be. I think this will be
That's
good. I feel like it's a street
from what I
fight.
heard, it's unsanctioned. So I mean, yeah, it actually that's kind of like what they're doing. They're having like some type of street fight.
Yeah,
You know, that's the sad part, man. It's 2 times we're having WrestleMania in Las Vegas, and right now it would have been cool to do the Russian roulette thing where they fund the thing and they choose a match off of it.
yeah.
That would have been cool for this match.
Hmm. Okay,
And it
sure.
would have been like we won't know what match they would have had until they got at Mania and the thing was fun and it's like, oh, you're having a steel cage match. Oh, you're
Yeah,
having a street fight.
yeah.
But this is good. I think it's good. I don't think it's going to be bad. It's going to be entertaining for sure.
Agreed. I feel like it too. I feel like, I mean, they're gonna be brawling. People are like, why, and whatever case it be. They're gonna brawl. They're gonna go at it with each other. They're gonna entertain us by all this, with the freaking trash can, chairs, ladders. They're gonna use a lot of shit back there in the ring and underneath the ring too as well. And I feel they're gonna go at it. Now, this ain't gonna be no AEW glass action tic tac type of stuff, whatever case it be. I mean, that ain't to extent, they're smart. They ain't trying to abuse each other in that way, but they're definitely going to utilize anything they can. They're going to fight on cars. They're going to fight on wherever they need to fight, fall off of stuff, whatever case it be. They're going to push the limit. And the fact that they've been so comfortable with how they've been fighting each other over the last couple of weeks and all this chaos that they've been kind of, showing us on freaking SmackDown and Raw, I'm perfectly fine with where they're at. It's good. This is going to be a good match. It's okay. I'm not mad.
Mhm.
I don't see either or have the storyline just yet with any other wrestlers at this point right now. But then paired up to there just to fill in and have a solid match, I'm cool with that. That's where I see it. Now, next one on the
Yeah, I
board,
agree.
Lesnar Ofemi, bro. Obafemi. I think everyone's been saying it. Well, first off, it's gonna be a good match. All right, I think it's gonna be good. Secondly, Obafemi is gonna steal the show of this match, and that's a fact. I'm putting that out there. That's a fact. He's gonna steal the show of this match. This is gonna be a great match. Go ahead, Omen.
I feel like Overfemi is going to own Brock Lesnar. Unless they have a pretty good, solid match complete, like a few good minutes. I
Yeah.
feel like Brock is going to really sell for Overfemi here. And Brock's
Okay.
done it. Brock has
Yeah.
has sold really good for other wrestlers. And I think this
Yep.
is like Overfemi becoming like the new it guy for the company. He's over like crazy, dude. Especially with the little dance he does, and everyone's doing it. You see it on TikTok, you see it on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like like you said, it's gonna be a solid, fun match to watch. And I believe that this is will be, like you said, Obafemi is gonna really put on a good show here.
Yeah.
But don't count Brock Lesnar out of putting on a show. I
No,
feel like we're not
definitely not.
gonna see like 1,000 suplexes, but they're gonna put on something.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be excited for Oba's entrance. It's gonna take it's gonna be a pun to our past. It's gonna take more than 15 minutes for Oba to get from the top of the top of the rank all the way down to the rank. It's gonna take about 15 or more minutes to get to that entrance and get to the ring for sure. Just the way he does
Unless
his
they
little
figure out a way to do it.
just the way he does his little thing. And bro, every time I hear that beat or hear something similar to it, that's what for some odd reason I want to do that now. My body wants to do it. My body wants to, you know, ooh, ooh, ooh. You know what I mean? Like just go down. Like I don't know what it is. It's freaking dope. It is cool as hell. I'll tell you that right now.
That's the
I'm
crazy
liking it.
part, dude. It's like I watch it and I see, like I said, I saw people doing it on TikTok. They do it for different reasons. Somebody's like, on my way to work, and he's doing the overcoming dance.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
there's another one that he's like, I'm in the buffet line. I'm about to walk. No, I'm walking toward the buffet line. They show him like walking toward it to like own the buffet line. That's the weird thing. I feel like this dance that he has, everyone's using it as a
Yep.
way of saying I'm owning this now. You know, like I'm going to
Yep.
work. I own my job. I'm going
Yep.
to the buffet line. I own the buffet line. So that's pretty
Yep.
cool. I love it.
I agree. I would totally agree with you on that one. Next one we got is Orton and freaking Cody. What do you think? Oh man, good or bad?
Bad.
uh,
I don't know why. I have a bad feeling that this is going to be a bad match. Like normally, this main event, this title match, should have
yeah.
been good, but I think I don't know why. I just don't feel like it's going to be that good of a match.
Okay. All right.
What about you?
I uh it's weird, but I think this is gonna be good. As much as I don't see the point of these two going at each other, I think this is gonna be good. I think Ted DiBiase Jr. is gonna show up. And I think this is gonna be a great interference on his part and a great like, oh my god, type of showstopper type of deal at end of night one. This is what they're going to impact us with. This is what they're going to want us to talk about over the night before WrestleMania night 2. So this is going to have something in there. This is going to be a good one. I feel like it's going to be good, and I feel like there's a lot what they're trying to set up right now on the back end. As much it don't make no damn sense of why they're really pairing up with each other or why they did it in the first place, but this is going to end up good. I'm just saying out there. I feel like there's something about it. I'm gonna call right now. I'm definitely saying Ted DiBiase Jr. is gonna show up, but I feel like Cody's going rogue, and I feel like Cody's going. He's gonna end up being American Nightmare at the end of the night. I truly feel it this way. So, thumbs up. Just saying. I think it's gonna be good.
Okay, well, we'll wait and see.
Yeah.
I can see your plan. If Ted DiBiase Jr. does show up, it'll be an interesting take on it. You know, if he
Yeah.
doesn't, who knows? But I feel like if he does, it'll make that match good. Yeah,
Sounds
I
good.
can see your point.
All right. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Last and final one, man. Punk
Worse,
and Reigns. Last Punk and
worse,
Reigns. Worst? What?
worse,
Or,
worse.
wow.
It'd be like the ickiest match on the list. It'd be like a. It won't even get an F. It's like a -1.
Damn.
Not even a letter. It's getting a number. -1.
Jeez. Talk about rough. Talk about really rough, man.
Unless Punk wins, I
Uh-huh.
feel like they're going to give this belt to Reigns again. So that's why I'm like, I don't see it as a good match because I'm already seeing Reigns winning this match.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
Usos are
Um,
going to come in. They're going to help him out, like he said. You know, Punk's been saying it, and I think that's what's going to play out.
okay. Weird. But I feel like Punk is felt like Punk is going to take the dub on this one. We'll talk about really more in depth and why. But I feel like this is going to be, well, I think the match itself is going to be bad. I'm sorry. I agree with you on this part. I feel like the match itself is going to be bad. But as always, Punk ends up putting on this type of show where he draws in the crowd and it gets everyone's attention. I feel like that's going to be the case. But I just truly do not see anything beyond that part at all whatsoever. So that's where I put it. But the outcome, it's going to be entertaining, not to say the less. But it throughout the start to middle, it's going to be bad. So I think there's some point of me where I agree with you, old man. But I don't know, man. I think this is going to this is going to shock you. I think this match is going to shock you.
Unless this is not really the actual main event, and the main
Oh,
event is Cena getting a big win over Gunther
oh,
to close out the night.
interesting. Interesting. So you're saying Cena's
Because
going to come. Go
Cena is
ahead.
hosting WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's true.
So in my opinion, I don't think Cena's just gonna whole show up and be like, "All right, everybody, have a good night. Thank you for showing up." I mean, like I said, he's gonna put on that AA on somebody, and why
Uh-huh.
not just make it a match against Gunther and have him put the AA on Gunther?
Okay.
Yeah, that's my opinion. Is if this match ends the way it does, I feel because it's going to lead toward Gunther
Hmm.
getting double A by Cena and probably pinned at the same time.
Okay. All right. So that's good. Maybe I can see where I see your point. I see your point. So I'm not gonna say nah, but that makes sense. That also does make sense. It's gonna be weird. I don't know, man. Something's gonna happen during this match. Sums up. Sum is up. I feel like freaking what's his face is gonna be involved in it too. What's his goddamn name? Paul Heyman. He's gonna be some way, shape, or form involved in this match. It's gonna be weird, but something's gonna pop off and he's gonna come out.
That'd be interesting to see if he gets involved.
And it's going to be
You
on
never
both
know.
ends. It's going to be on both ends because he has beef with Punk and he obviously has beef with Reigns. He betrayed them both that night. Wasn't it last year?
Yeah,
So he's gonna. I feel like he's gonna come out and do something. And let's say, for instance, Braun Breaker. Let's say also too, bro. This is what I'm saying. Sums up with this match. I feel like there is gonna be no winner, in my opinion. I think Braun Breaker is gonna come out with Paul Heyman, and he's gonna do something to interfere, and that's gonna end up causing this match to end in a shocking format for sure.
hmm. That'd be
Mm,
interesting if it
hmm.
does end in a shocking format.
There you
Uh,
go.
there's so many things that could happen. Like you
Yep.
said, the Paul Heyman thing could happen. The
Yep.
Usos could show up,
Hmm.
or that's all I could think of. There's no one else I could think of that could interfere in this match because Rollins is busy. I don't see
Yeah.
Rollins coming into this one and doing anything at all.
Right.
So it might be another. It might be a debuting um, bloodline member coming in.
Ooh. Can we finally get Omega Son? What's his name?
Umaga-san?
Omega
Yeah,
Son. Omega.
Omega. Omega. Umaga. I
Yeah,
don't
what's
know
his
who Umaga-san is, but he's like a beast though, isn't he? He like Umaga-san looks like he. Let's see.
is it it's not Jacob. Hold up, man. Now you got me tweaking out right now. What's his goddamn name?
Umaga-san.
Sorry,
Let's see.
I'm not now you got me wanting to Google this right
Zillow
now, man.
too.
There you go.
And remember, I think he's the one that after Punk said that the whole thing about Roman Reigns is dad. Zilla's the one that made that whole comment about somebody needs to teach him a lesson.
Yep.
So I feel like Zilla is gonna show up.
Yeah. I feel like that's what's gonna happening. He's gonna end up this is his final hit. This is his final, finally showing up to an event or whatever case to be. And this could be the case. He could show up to help out Roman.
And hasn't been told like if he's been hired by WWE yet. Because
Nope.
last time I saw him, he was in AEW in February.
Right.
So yeah, that's all I could find. So who knows? It might be a surprise that he got hired by them.
I agree. I feel like that's gonna end up happening. Sums up with that. There's two outcomes in this, man. He could be bringing out Zilla, or he could be bringing out freaking Braun. Braun returns. Because I mean, in all honesty, WWE been trying to hold up Braun's injury, and it's kind of speculating that this is where they're saying he's going to show up with. Obviously, they don't want to put him on a card because they don't know officially, but I think unofficially, this will be the case. Now, also too,
somebody else comes back.
I'll agree. Or else somebody's like we've heard Chris Jericho in the talks, whatever case it be, he could be making a return to WWE either or night, right?
Yeah, there's Jericho, but there's also somebody bigger.
Oh, interesting. Who's the bigger?
Somebody that everyone's thinking it out till if he gets involved, I'll put it out right now. We could put it in because when I put it out now, you can actually put it on a post on Instagram if you want to.
Okay.
They're saying that this will be the main event for next year's WrestleMania, and they're looking at Reigns against The Rock.
Oh, good one. Very good one. Man.
And if The Rock comes back, I don't think he's going to come back to be help Roman Reigns win. He's going to betray Roman.
Yeah, he has to, because it's more or less at this point be like, look, man, you have had all the opportunities. I left it for you, and you've done nothing with it. So here we are, like he did with John Cena. I'm announcing WrestleMania 43. You and I are going at it, mano y mano.
And remember, it's The Rock has a higher position that's actually a real position in the Samoan family, where The Rock is actually a high chief now.
That's true.
In reality, Roman is only tribal chief within the wrestling community. I don't know if he's actually been given that moniker in the Samoan family, like
within the family itself, right?
Hmm?
That bro, to put this out there to be interesting. Now, and I said it to you before, and I've said it on this platform before. The Rock has a nice little free schedule pertaining to his WrestleMania 43 possible appearance. His movies are in production for the most part. Like right now, currently, he's filming Jumanji 2. Right after that, he's going to be filming for that mafia style movie that he's going for with Leonardo DiCaprio, Martin Scorsese. And then, no, because he's already done the other movie. That's why he got skinny for that one where he plays Louisiana. I don't know if it's a mob guy or is it something like that. I forgot what it was. Like he's playing this true story. Let me look this up. Now you got me thinking, man. God damn it. Okay, because that was one thing I said it out loud too. Now that you put that up there with The Rock returning for the final thing, The Rock upcoming movies. Let's put that out there. Moana's already done. Jumanji is being filmed right now. He's gonna make a Fast Forever appearance, but that don't come out till 2028. So then more likely he's gonna be filmed sometime in 2027, which probably be sometime after WrestleMania. He don't need to make appearance until after then. All right. Let's go IMBD. The King Kamehameha fulfills his life on Prophecy United Hawaiian Islands, which is that's the one with Smart. Oh no, it's a different one. Son of a bitch. Oh damn.
So his character in that movie is called King Kamehameha. So he's a Dragon Ball Z finisher.
It looks like it. Dwayne Johnson. Let me look this guy.
It'll be funny that movie that he's making is like a. It'd be funny if that movie of him being King Kamehameha is actually a origin story to Dragon Ball of how the move was created.
Maybe. All right. So here. Ah, damn. Something's up. Something ain't right here. So Moana's but already done. Right now, Jumanji 3 is in post-production. Pre-production is Fast Forever. The Hawaiian crime one, that's what we're talking about when it comes to Martin Scorsese. That's still in pre-production. Fast Forever is in pre-production. Lizard Music, which is the Chicken Man, which is why he got skinny for that role for sure. That's in pre-production. And then a movie called Breakthrough, which what the fuck is that? What is Breakthrough?
I don't
Where did
know.
that come in?
The
Damn.
guy, no, no.
No, I don't know. Son of Beach. I can't look. You gotta be a member of this whole IMBD pro crap. So yeah, so that means he has one, two, three, four, five. So 5 projects that he needs to be done with. He needs to be complete with. But his Hobbs thing, now his Hobbs scenario all plays in the fact of how well in depth he's evolved into the story. I don't think he's really gonna be evolved in the story. I think he's gonna show up here and there. I don't think he's gonna do that much. So that leaves his schedule for WrestleMania 43 to be open. And then afterwards, if he gets injured, these other movies can wait a little bit. He's fine with that. He hasn't put on any other projects. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I think if he does show up in Fast, it's just gonna be like small parts. It's not gonna be a whole film.
Yeah, for the most part, I agree with you. I definitely would say so. I mean, he's definitely going to be a big part of the Chicken Man. He's definitely going to be part of Lizard, that Lizard Music one, and he's definitely going to be part of that, Hawaiian crime one. Those 2 production films, he's definitely going to be a big piece of it. But I feel like they're probably now talking about things. They're going to want to wait it out because he's going to be like, hey, I may end up showing up. This is my capacity of work, so hold off for me. I think that's going to happen for sure.
And the weird part is he hasn't been in the news that much.
No.
Normally you see him everywhere.
Normally. He's just been on social media with him and Kevin Hart just making fun of each other. That's about it.
So makes me wonder if they're keeping it hush-hush completely, even in the media, so that when he shows up at media, nobody expected it.
I can see that for sure happening. I really do. Well, I think that's all. Because we still got to talk about in depth on who's going to end up winning. We'll talk about another date. But that's all I got on the board, man. Mm-hmm. So we're pushing to be 10:30. I think we did a little good in the lane again tonight. So we'll see what we pop in tomorrow for sure, man. We got a lot, man. Everything that comes up, I feel like we can
I thought tomorrow we're gonna watch a WrestleMania match.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah, tomorrow. But what we'll do is we'll have you have a hat, right?
A what?
Like a top hat or a bowl?
A what?
A bowl.
A bowl?
Like
a
bowl
food? Bowl for food?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Get some numbers, right? 1 to 41, and cut them up, and we're gonna put them in little we're gonna bowl them up, and we're gonna put those numbers in a bowl. And then tomorrow you're gonna take one number out, and we're gonna watch at least probably the best match of the night and the main event of the night.
Oh, all right.
And we can criticize it.
Yeah,
and see what we thought about that match.
Sounds good. I'm cool with that.
Does it stand the day of time still or not?
Okay. All right. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. There you go, man. That's nice.
Of course.
Yeah. That's a good setup.
So that's gonna be fun tomorrow. Both of us just watching, talking about the match. Mm-hmm. Remembering if we remember anything of it.
Right. Right.
Or probably one that you haven't seen. Imagine if you get WrestleMania 1. We'll probably just watch the main event.
No, that is true. That is true. Might be one I haven't seen before.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. All right, old man. Well, you have yourself a good night. Right, fans, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for hanging out with us for a little bit, chatting up with us. Thank y'all for rejects for commenting, showing some comments, showing some love. Much love from y'all. As always, y'all be easy, stay breezy. We'll see y'all next time.